Well, as I promised, in the studio now we have Nancy Bartell, and she is an amazing woman. I've had the pleasure of knowing her for a couple of years. I met her while she was working at Bank of America, and she was very informative. She always had a soothing way about her, appealing to people's needs and anticipating what they would want. So it's no surprise to me to know that she's venturing out in her photography, and I've seen her photography. It is just unbelievable. How you doing, Nancy?
I'm doing good, Alan. Thanks.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Why don't you look at the camera so
Oh,
everyone
okay.
can
Hi.
see you? I'm going to speak a little closer.
Well, it's hard speaking and looking at yourself.
Oh no, by all means. You see, you kind of look at it as in you're not looking at yourself as it is you're looking at everyone that's watching you.
Okay, hello.
Hello. This is about small business and about your photography. Why don't you tell everyone about your photography?
Well, it's a passion of mine.
Even better, it's a passion, so it's in your heart. Hobbies are just something to pass the time away. This is something that truly makes you happy.
It does. I'm always out there. My eyes are always open, just looking for the inspiration to hit me. Just like that rainbow eye picture that I have done. I was just in the bathroom and the light coming through the crystal hit my eye, and it went from there. Just the inspiration can hit you at any time.
At any time, and that's one of the, I would consider you an artist. That's one of the artist inspirations, is they get inspired at the most off moments, but they have to embrace that time, because that time will pass, and if you don't embrace it, you're going to lose it.
Yeah, you totally have to be in the moment, and when you're there, everything else goes away. You're just right there.
Well, why don't you tell us some of the shots you've done? I mean, even musicians.
Well, I brought some magazines, some of them. Let's see, this is a while back, the Four Corners cover. See, my bee. Kudos of Anthony and his guitars. That's from a while
Anthony
back.
Mazzella.
Anthony Mazzella. And William Eaton hired me to do his guitars for the Guitar Maker magazine. There's a bunch in there. That was really cool.
And he gets really strung up in his work.
Yeah. He's a wonderful man.
Yes, yes.
And then I did on the Packard International magazine. I was hired to shoot this man's Packard. And there's been a lot of other things, but this was what I brought.
And what separates you from most photographers is, when I speak with photographers, you know, they're very old school, avant-garde. They want to use their film. One of the reasons why not only do I really like your work, but you have gone digital. You embrace modern technology. Why don't you tell the audience about that?
That's what got me going more, is my sister had given me a camera. And I discovered the macro button, and it's just gone from there. And with the digital, it's the instant gratification. Just being able to go to the computer and see immediately what you've done, and if you need to make adjustments. And you can just play as much as you want.
What I've seen is when photographers take a picture, it's taking a picture. I mean, they can get many different backgrounds or settings of this. But you actually graphically enhance your pictures to accentuate it.
I may crop it a little bit, or sharpen it a bit, or adjust the exposure. I try not to do a whole lot.
So that eye picture?
That's just cropped.
Really?
I had the light was shining in my eye, and I had the camera in the mirror taking the picture. I didn't do anything to that. That's except crop it.
Well, you know,
and I did get a few stray hairs off of there, off my eyebrow.
Yeah, but one of the things, and that amazes me even more, because I thought that the picture, you graphically put those pictures in.
The light was coming through my crystal, hitting my eye, and that's what was my inspiration. It's just like, oh, that looks cool, the light shining in my eye. So I just got the camera, and I was in the mirror, and you know, so I couldn't look through to see if I was in focus, but it was just started clicking.
Unbelievable.
And the only thing I did is maybe I had a little stray mascara or something, like got photoshopped out. But
love Photoshop, don't you?
yeah.
I love Photoshop
I'm getting
as well.
better at it all the time. There's so much to learn.
Well, and now you're going to be starting your own business. Your own website is now going to start to be under development. Why don't you tell people about that?
It's always a work in progress.
And I believe it's nancybartell.com.
It's too bad I have to sleep.
I know. Believe me, I have 3 kids.
There's so much I want to do.
But you're so talented at it.
Thank you.
And, I mean, please consider Nancy for your magazine shoots, your musician covers, your album covers. There's so much versatility that Nancy brings to the table, and it's not like the photographers where they need to develop your standard photographers that you need to sit there and get it developed, get them enhanced. Nancy can do it right there that same day, within the next day or two, and get it to you like that. Am I incorrect?
Well, it may take, depending, it may take a little longer.
But a couple of days.
Yeah, but I think for me, I shoot from the heart. You know, I connect with people, and it's my passion, so it's what I love to do.
And when she's saying shoot from the heart, she does it physically and metaphorically, right? See? that was her just shooting right now. And one of the things I like about her job, she's always positive, with all puns implied. She's never negative about her job. Every time you see her, she's always smiling. And that's a great asset to have, even as a photographer. You're behind the scenes, and when you're behind the scenes and you're the one offering all those smiles, well, that's just inspiration right there, because it's infectious. The person that you're taking the picture of will just light up even more. And that's a rarity.
Well, I hope it spreads out and more people come from the heart.
And she's all over the internet too. You wouldn't think so, you know. Usually you have...
Be careful what you search for. No,
yeah.
I'm just teasing.
You can see that on my website. No, I'm only kidding. But she's very aggressive on the website when she has new pictures. She does post them, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I see some of the pictures and I'm like the one with the bee. I saw that one. I was like, wow, this is really, really
that was
good.
A gift. I feel like I'm given gifts, and I happen to be in the right place at the right time. It's all perfection. I think of the time, just by a moment, I happened to go outside and see these 2 alligator lizards in their mating ritual. And it was just, I feel so blessed to have been a foot away for about 15 minutes. And just creatures show up for me and let me be close. It's great.
It wasn't even an alligator alley.
No.
Well, why don't you give everyone your phone number?
It's 928-301-2213. And if anyone wants to call, it can discuss details.
And what about an email address?
It's my personal one.
Yeah.
I don't have my business one set up yet.
Not yet, because this is about small businesses establishing themselves. So go ahead and give yours until it's set up.
Okay, it's lily@esedona.net. And that's
Spell
LILLEE @esedona.net.
So email her, call her. Unbelievable. I'm even going to have the privilege. I want to ask you right now if you can be my photographer for the Sedona International Film Festival.
Well, I'd love to, Alan. That'd be fun.
She's that good. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to be it's going to kick it up a notch. No, thank you. I'm going to be honored. The film festival is going to be honored. Even the stars are going to be honored. So just remember, when you take off, you're like, hey, that was the guy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show, Nancy.
Thank you, Alan, for getting me here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. That was Nancy Bartell. Remember that name, because she will be the one that exceeds expectations. So we're going to be taking a commercial break, and when we do, we'll be right back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan.